Welcome to the Valley of the Dead tournament, hole number one. Starting off with a par four. I've got a Titan ball here. You can definitely play this with a Marlin. That's why I've suggested it. I'm using max top and 2 bars of right spin here. And the idea is that we're going to bounce and roll between these bunkers. That same concept is going to apply if you're using a much lower level extra mile. But at that point, you may end up playing the second shot with a long iron. So no big deal. Easy does it up and down the middle here. Bounce and roll, and we're just trying to get nicely down to the end of this fairway. As you can see, there's a little bit of room yet to work with, so don't be afraid. Give it a nice strong shot. Second shot here, I do play this at 10% max. It is physically uphill, but the way the shot played within this wind condition, we just give it 1 bar of backspin and about 0.5 bars of right spin here, as you can see now. And like I said, we play this at 10% max with the thorn. We just line it up here and knock it down. This second shot can be a little bit inconsistent. You are landing on like a slope here. So take that into account when you're setting up your shot. I would definitely use a practice shot here just to make sure the adjustment's going to work. But doesn't matter what ball. It just matters if you have the right adjustment. Get in the hole. Good luck, and we'll see you on hole number 2. Hole number 2, and we have our first par 3. Now, I'm playing a rough bump here that happens to have 0 spin. Now, that's because I have a Sniper 7 with that full ball guide. If you have a 6 or below, this will not get the ball guide right to the pin. It's going to come up a little bit short, but you can still play the shot. -5% minimum distance here is the adjustment, and I do have the top edge of that yellow ring just touching the rough. So this adjustment works with this strong crosswind. If we have a tailwind or a headwind or something else, we are going to have to play a different elevation. Otherwise, bump, roll, and get this one in the hole. I'll see you on number 3. Hole number 3, and we're going for albatross here. Now, I've got a basic ball and an extra mile. I'm giving this basically 4.5 top or max top spin, depending on your club. Setting this one up with the top of the yellow ring up here near the rough, and I'm giving this a 10% max adjustment. I am pulling a little tiny bit into overpower here, so we give it just a tiny little bit of overpower in return. Now, I would have given it a bit of side spin here, but I don't have any with this ball, so we're just giving it a tiny little bit of curl. I recommend the Marlin so that you could just use a little bit of curl, a little bit of side spin and not use any curl. Second shot, then, we are recommending the Sniper. However, you're going to see a Viper here. Now, there is a rough bump there, but I did not have enough topspin with the level of Sniper that I have on this account. So instead, I'm playing right at it with the Viper. So that is definitely a viable option for you, depending on your account and your clubs. If you have a Sniper 10 and you're like, Matt, we're going to go full rough bump here, I get it. There's a big juicy rough right beside us. But with 3 bars of backspin and the second bounce on the green there, I want you to know that there is a chance for you too. Even with just a measly basic ball. Guys, bring a Marlin, at least. Give a little side spin, but this just goes to show that it is not necessary. The most important part is lining it up and hitting perfect. Good luck. I'll see you on the next hole. Hole number 4, par 3. I'm giving this one 2.8 bars of backspin, and we're going directly at it here with a Marlin ball and a Goliath. Now, this is into headwind, so this setup works. If this was a strong tailwind, you're not going to be able to have the same landing spot for this exact setup. You're going to want to set up just before this rough, bounce it over the rough, and go directly to the hole. And if you have a higher level Goliath, maybe I think it's like a 6+, then you can definitely try a rough bump here as well, as long as the wind allows it. This is an interesting hole. It's certainly possible to get a hole in one. Either way, I wish you luck. I'll see you on hole number 5. If you're getting value from this video, please hit that thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe to Erelic Gaming so you don't miss out on any of my future Golf Clash content. Good luck in the tournament. Hole number 5, and our first attempt here is a nice conservative play. I've got a basic ball and an extra mile 5, and even with this strong tailwind, that's not going to give us a chance to get to the green. So we're going to bounce it right on the first fairway here with max topspin. And with that Marlin ball, you might want to use a little bit of side spin to the left, for example, into the wind here. And we're really just going to get this one in play. We bounce it directly here on the first fairway, roll it down, up the middle of the fairway or the left side of the fairway, depending on how you go here. And we give ourselves a nice second shot. Second shot then with a short iron. I recommend the Thorn. I play this adjustment at negative 10%, medium distance. We're sizing it up. That's right about mid distance. I give this one 2 bars of backspin. 1, 2, there we go. And we literally just line it up directly to the hole. This green does slope a little bit from right to left. So depending on the wind, you may need to play this on, say, the right edge of the cup. But overall, it should be a very straightforward adjustment and a very makeable eagle from this position. Just got to hit perfect, baby. That's the plan each and every time. Bounce and roll, get in the hole. Good luck. I'll see you on hole number 5. All right, so I told you I'd see you on hole number 5 again, because here we are once again, but this time we're bringing a power 5 ball. Now, this is a Liberty ball, but you can definitely use a Zerk here. I was talking to my viewers at this point. This is why I'm explaining the left-hand side. That is a viable path as well, if you want to leave yourself sort of like a short wedge shot, something like that. But for me here now, with this strong tailwind, we're going to go max top, max left. Shout out to my friend Michael Hart Jr., who we're playing in this shot. And we're going for the green. I do have the second shot listed 20% max Endbringer. That's just to say that if you don't quite make it to the green, we're going to play the wedge shot with the wedge play, however you traditionally play it. I'm using about 50% overpower here, give or take. I recommend that you hit perfect. Don't do that whole great thing. However, given the circumstances here, we're coming in beautifully right up down the middle. As you can see, we will need to play the wedge from this position. But I'm not going to show you that shot. I know you can make it. See ya, number 6. Hole number 6, and we have a difficult par 5. I'm setting up here with a power 3 ball. You could definitely use a power 5 here if you want, and a big topper. Using maximum top spin, 1 bar of right spin. The idea is here, we want to get this one basically as far down this fairway as we can, but being very, very careful. As you can see, this is a narrow fairway with rough on the left and bunkers on the right, and they are very much in play. If you hit them, say goodbye to the eagle. I mean that respectfully. So we set this one up. We're pushing it back to max, and you're going to see I'm actually giving it a little bit of overpower. This is a scary shot with a big topper. If I hit great here, we're going to be in the hazard. So, oh wait, what's that? A great ball? Okay, I got a little bit lucky here. All right, I was like screaming at the game while I was playing it. It gets a little close there, but we can still play. Bottom line, get it down here. 400-ish yards is what you're looking for right there to give us a chance on the second shot with the sniper. Now, you see me here with the sniper. So we're kind of checking it out. Max, mid. I'm at about mid distance, but because I'm playing it into the headwind here, I still play this at 10% max distance, giving it max top 3.5 and a couple of bars of left spin here. This is what I'm saying. Well, what I will say is that we might have to just play this shot with a big dog or a wood club that has more topspin. As you can see, I'm setting it up with the top of the yellow touching the rough here, and you will see that in the headwind, we don't have enough topspin. I think in a tailwind, we'll be able to get there with 3.5 topspin, so do play this one in practice and see if this sniper is going to work out. At the end of the day, it's always preferred for me over the big dog because it has that great ball guide, so we're going to come up just a tiny little bit short here, but on a very difficult hole, this is going to give us an incredibly easy tap in eagle putt. Hole number 7 is a par 3, and I'm playing this one at 10% max with a Goliath and a Marlin. Now, in this footage, you'll see the old side spin values here. I'm playing this one with 0.5 bars of backspin and 1 bar of left spin. Okay, that is in this strong 4.7 mile an hour, a left to right crosswind. And this rough bump, as you can see, I'm just setting it up in the thick part of the rough, and we are lining it up to the pin. This is one of those shots that just cries for a rough bump, but it's not essential. You definitely can play this one just off to the left with a little more backspin, a little more traditional approach, and absolutely can make some noise as well. I don't know if you'll get it in, but this is a great opportunity, and I wish you luck. I'll see you on number 8. Hole number 8, and we have our final par 4 of the tournament. I'm setting this one up with a navigator ball and an extra mile, giving it max top and about a half a bar of right spin, just to get it bounced up on this first fairway, rolling it down to the second. As you can see, with high-level clubs and a high-level ball, you can 100% make it to the green here. I don't have footage of that shot, but just know you're going to have to bring a Power 5 ball and just crank it with max OP and get it down there. For the rest of us, this is going to leave us with a very sensible approach shot. So bounce it up nicely. Careful of that bunker on the left. I have been in there before. It is not a pleasurable location. Now, second shot here, depending on the distance of your drive, you're either going to play this with a long iron or a short iron. You'll see here how close to being in between clubs I really am as we check there. I could have played it max thorn, wouldn't have quite had enough topspin, so went for the Goliath instead. -5% minimum distance here, giving it 4 back. There's a tiny click of right spin on there, so I added that to my note, 0.5 right. But it may or may not be completely essential. If you find yourself in thorn position here, you're going to want to play that with 2 bars of backspin and about a half a bar of right spin. Same elevation, -5 min for this type of wind. Boom, baby. Hit that perfect. You're going to give yourself a chance each and every time. This one could be tough, but we're going to get it in the tournament. Well done. I'll see you on the final hole. Hole number 9. We've got a very difficult par 5 here. Max top, max right. That's 3 and 3 here with the quarterback, and I'm using a Kingmaker ball here. It's not necessary, but I do want the distance on this drive as well as that side spin, as well as the lowest possible wind for that second shot. Bringing it in here, red ring on the right, and you see we're going to give it some curl here, about a half a ball of curl. No overpower. Watch that curl depending on the shot. This is absolutely a hole you want to use some practice tokens on, guys. But this drive position is just about perfect. Looks easy, and can be once you have it dialed in here, knowing what to do. That's why we make these videos. Second shot, also playing 1-to-1. If I said 10%, we're playing them 1-to-1. Both these shots here, and I'm playing, what is it, 2 top and 1 right? Yeah, 2 top, 1 right. Ball guide to the hole. I'm setting it up, you see, with like the blue ring, right? So I'm not right down to the front edge. It's just kind of where the landing position worked out to be nice here. Oh, and shout out to boss lady Ashley Ford, who we're playing in this shot. We were actually streaming together for this one. And ultimately, this is the only time I've ever sunk this shot. It's a tough one, but absolutely makeable. Good luck to you in the Valley of the Dead tournament.